Have you arranged a funeral for a loved one recently? If you're not, you may be shocked to learn that the average cost for a funeral in the U.S. ranges from $7,000 to $12,000, and for cremation, $6,000 to $7,000. If that took you by surprise, you're not the only one. These costs may not include costs for cemetery, monument, plot, markers, or other things like flowers. There's nothing more devastating than losing a loved one, especially your parent, your mother, your father, or your child. Planning a funeral requires many decisions. If you ever had to arrange a funeral for a loved one, you know how stressful it can be. In one of the worst periods of your life, you're trying to choose what you think your loved one would have wanted. It's not easy. Not only are you making funeral arrangements, you're trying to figure out how to contact friends and family you need to notify. Then there's the information that you always meant to write down so you wouldn't have to scramble to find it like you are now. And if you weren't stressed enough, there's the issue of paying for the funeral. There's an old saying that you cannot take it with you. With the escalating costs of funeral, you don't want your loved ones to have to worry about how they can deal with the costs and the planning of the funeral. You want to give them opportunities that they can grieve and reflect on the times that you spent with each other. Final expense insurance can be used for the funeral home expense, casket, cremation, cemetery plot, marker, headstone, and vault, hardship travel for your loved ones. According to the National Funeral Directors Association, the median cost for a funeral can be $7,360. That includes funeral home fees of $2,100, transportation $325, embalming $725, preparing the body $250, funeral viewing $425, funeral ceremony $500, funeral hearse $325, service card $150, memorial package $160, metal casket $2,400. Some of these costs can be declined, but also with funeral planning, it can also help reduce the stress on your family and costs. But the one thing that your family don't have to worry about is the cost. With final expense insurance, they can just remember the good times. What you want your family to remember: the time when you had Christmas dinner. You want them to remember the Christmas that you shared together, the time that you spent. Final expense insurance can help you preserve your family memory and leave a legacy. For a free consultation, go to www.comraderyagency.com or message us on Facebook.